Okay, let's go smoke that joint.
What up, everybody? We got another best ball draft going down. This one is the number 287, the Lethal Weapon 2 division. We are so close to 300. We are on our way. Give me 1 second, everybody. All right. Shout out to the chat. Shout out to Nick Von B on Facebook. Okay. Sorry, guys. Had to message somebody back. Shout out to the crew. Let's get it. And we got the Guillotine League is still moving. All right. There we go. We are almost to the end of that Guillotine League. I started 6 of them this year. Next year, probably going to start more. Yeah, because now that sleeper, they kind of made the whole format, made it a lot nice and easier for us. Pretty awesome, man. Pretty awesome. All right, and I'm filling a couple leagues here. We're going to need some of you peeps to join. I already got the draft days set as well. Hey, Sean in the house. Shout out to the Fried Cracker. What up, bro? And let me see what Nick Von B says. Said, evening hustler. Hope your Tuesday was good. Yeah, it was pretty solid. Got some errands done today. He said 3 days till my draft, so I'm taking every chance to pick up every last tidbit of information. All right, smart man. Smart man. Just remember, single QB leagues. You guys wait on QBs. Remember, if you have a tight end spot, you need to grab a dope one. Because a lot of these leagues are won and lost on the tight end, let me tell you. I'm the type of guy who's going to be going running back early this year. It's very, very top heavy with the running backs. And the running back well dries up very, very thin if you ain't tapping it early. Trust me. I'm a really big advocate that you will be able to find replacement running backs on the waiver wire. So even if you just get 1 or 2 kind of early and then you don't get a bunch after that, that's cool. It really is. You could be competitive that way as long as you're paying attention to me weekly, hitting the waivers weekly, because there's always going to be running back waivers. It never fails. Yeah. And not just that there's always going to be running backs, but it's always it always ends up being a starter that goes down and a backup that comes into a lot of work. We see it all the time where there's wide receivers on the waiver wire, but that's just because we play in a league where the NFL is a league where there's just a whole bunch of wide receivers who get yardage, on random weeks. But unless it's a top guy that goes down on that team wide receiver wise, they're just going to be good flex players. Maybe they get to a wide receiver too. But it's if you pick up the right running back, that could change your season. And Nick Von B, open stock. My running back's getting hurt early. And when I try to pick up on waivers, some other waiver wire running backs, they don't do so well. Or they do play as a team or would go with the player instead. Yeah, I mean, it's gonna happen, and I'm just saying there's gonna be waiver wire guys to get, but that's why I'm saying you want to go RB early so you're not just playing a bunch of scrubs. Okay. Someone signing up on the streaming service. That's what I'm messaging back about. So if you guys haven't heard me talk about the streaming service, dude, it's literally the greatest thing since sliced bread, because it's only $40 a month and you get all sports packages, all UFC fights, literally everything under the sun. Like there's like over 50,000 movies on there. There is like over like 12,000 like TV shows like on there. So yeah, it is the shit. It is the shit. And hey, Brown, what up? He said, "What up, Scrubs?" He said, "Hit the like, man. Do I need to get that drop? I don't want no scrubs." And Sean, he said, "About time Saints picked a QB, bro." So I know, like, I know everyone hasn't been here, like, you know, as long as like other people, some people have been rocking, you know, with these live streams, like since like March when we started. But have I not been right this entire time? Literally going back to as soon as Tyler Shuck was drafted, I said it's going to be Spencer Rattler. Like we could go back and search every fucking live stream that I've done. And I've been super consistent saying it's going to be Rattler. It's going to be Rattler. It's going to be Rattler. And then when they're talking about it in training camp, I was like, dude, they're hyping up Rattler, saying that he's doing better in these reps. And like, but they didn't make an official decision. But the writing has been on the wall. And as much as I pay attention to all this training camp shit, and as much as I tell you guys, you know, I like this, you know, there's proof in the pudding, man. Like, you know, I got my feet on the ground with like everything, and people get a little too much rookie hype crazy. Like that's what it is. Like just because Shaw was drafted in the second round, it's like, oh, Derek Carr retired, so he's just automatically going to be the guy, even though they drafted Spencer Rattler last year, and now he's a year into the system. You know, like, I mean, come on, man. And see, and Fried Cracker knows. He said, "I've agreed with you since day one, too." Yep. I mean, there's been some who have for sure. And then there's been a few who were like, they were on the Shuh hype train. And not saying that Shuh can't, you know, do anything for the entire season, but he's still just a second round rookie who is hella raw. You know, it really is. It really is. And oh man, shit. I think I got to lock this. Dang it. Hold on 1 second. No, Texas Heat left. Well, you know what? I'm just gonna. It's in one of these in the vampire leagues. Okay. Yeah, I think I'm about to just tell the Texas Heat guy to just join again. Because two of these guys, I don't even know who the hell they are, and they ain't paying. So I don't know. We're just gonna. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna remove those guys, make it easy on myself. Because I'd already been talking about this for a little bit, anyways. Okay. All right. Yeah, this Vampire League. It's going to be super dope. The last one. All right. It might almost be time for a song here, for a song and a schmook. Okay. Shout out to 710 Zach in the house. What up, bro? What's going down? They said, man, this single dad life is taking up hell of my time. Wish I had more time for other stuff. Yeah, man, but I'm sure you wouldn't have it any other way, right? I mean, because the other way around probably sucked. Yeah, props to you, bro. Props to you for taking on, You know, I mean, it's not, I was going to say like props to you for taking on the challenge, but it's not even a challenge. Just props to you for being a good dad. How about that? And Brown said, as a Gamecock alumni, I was watching them and I thought it was Rattler for sure. Yeah, I mean, if you like, it's not like Shah is bad, but like Rattler just looks better, and he's been in the NFL for a year and been in this system for a year. So like things probably just clicked a little bit easier for him this year compared to Shah. Like that's what I'm thinking. Hey, Toyota One, what up? He said, did I hear that Shah is a bum?
He's a bum. He was a bum then, and he's a bum now.
He was a bum then, and he's a bum now. Uh-oh, hold on. Okay. And Sean said I should get an A+ for my receivers. This draft QBs are gonna be ass. So let's see. CD Lamb, Scary Terry, DJ Moore, Mike Evans. I mean, you already got an A, bro. Because you got an A, a B+, a B, and another B. So even if like Mike Evans was like, even if you had someone else that was a B- on there instead of Mike Evans, who I rank as a B, you would have still had an A. So yeah, you got an A in wide receivers right now, that's for sure. I'm not saying don't draft more. I'm just saying you got an A for your starters. And Brazil, what up, bro? What's going down? Hey, Cali Jam in the house. What up? What up? Hold on. I gotta. Now someone's like, oh, I'm trying to get more people in the vampire. Like, nope, we're full now. Okay. All right. Vampire League full. And oh, I guess I didn't set the timer over here. Let's set that. Thursday, 5 p.m. West Coast time. Now I'm just in like the habit of just like putting Eastern because like more people are just Eastern. Okay. All right, all right. We are getting into round 10 now. All right. And Frizzell said, did my first auction dynasty draft, was pretty fun. Dude, so I'm curious how, like, here's my gripe with auction dynasties. And you could tell me, like, you could let me know, like how many roster spots did you have? What was the budget? How long did it go until everyone just had $1 and just like, you know, you just started picking, you know? TJ in the house. What up? He said, what up? What up? I'm too old for this shit. Let's get it, bro. And Zach said, even Brady knows Sanders is a bum. He traded for Pickett. Yeah, exactly, man. I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like, dude, people literally couldn't tell that what Brady was saying didn't match the actions of what the Raiders fucking did. I mean, come on, man. All you have to do is match up the words with the action, because there's a lot of this, a lot of that going on, but the actions tell all. Yay, Dominic in the house. What up, bro? And Tyler One said, glad double stacked Rattler and Shaw. I mean, that was the smartest move for everybody who didn't know. It's taking both of them because no matter what, neither one of them is safe for the entire year as a starter, no matter who it was, whenever you drafted, right? There was no way in hell that either one of them, like even now, there's no way that Rattler's like safe for the entire year. Not like without, I'm not even saying injuries. Like, dude, just if he doesn't do good, they probably give him like, I'd say like 10 to 12 games. They should, because like they want a good draft pick either way, you know? So like there's no point to throw Shah out there unless like they know that Rattler ain't the guy at all. Like ain't the guy at all. And Crispy, you motherfucker. He said, but there's one problem.
But there's one problem. Everybody still thinks that I absolutely suck.
And Andre said, Huss, let me know what you think. The trade someone sent me. Yeah, shoot it. Shoot it. And hey, Daniel Barry, if I didn't shout you out. What up, Daniel Barry? And auction dynasties are fun as hell. No, well, auction drafts are fun, but like, I guess I don't like a regular auction draft, like regular offense only takes like 2 to 3 hours. So like, that's what I'm saying. Like if the rosters are like doubled, like, man, I mean, that's just like an insanely long draft. I could barely get people to fucking commit to a regular draft, let alone an auction, and let alone a dynasty auction. Oh, see, that's why about 16 roster spots. You guys should have just did redraft, because that ain't like a 16 roster spot auction. That ain't a dynasty. I'm just keeping it real, bro. So like, tell whoever the fuck created this league, make it a redraft, because that ain't a dynasty, man. Like dynasty, like you actually like you have depth. Like you 16 spot, like that's a normal redraft like size league. Like that means that people are like literally gonna have to drop dynasty valued guys during bye weeks. You know, like that's kind of crazy. Oh, totally forgot. Gotta get this dude squared up with the streaming. All right, gonna be working in the background here for a while, but I got it to where I can see. Frizzell said it felt like a redraft. I thought Dynasty would be more depth, to be honest. I mean, it totally would. It totally would. I mean, even my like single QB dynasties, I believe there's still 25 total spots, and like that's probably like bare minimum that like a dynasty should have, like somewhere around like 25 like spots. Because yeah, it's gonna be lame when people are fucking having to drop like legit dynasty valued like guys, because there's just, you know, because there's like so many bye weeks going on, you know, or so many teams, you know, on bye. So yeah, that I would just assume that that's a redraft league, even though they said dynasty. And is it a free league, or is it a money league? Because that'll also, like, if it's a free one, you know, it is what it is. You know, I wouldn't. I wouldn't be going too crazy either way about it. All right, signing this dude up for the year. Don't forget, if you guys sign up for 3, 6, or 12 months, I can get you a discount on what you actually pay. Okay, yeah. I wouldn't worry too much about it. I mean, either way, you know, it's a free league. Have fun, get your trades in, but you know, it is okay. You know, let me get a song going while I answer these couple questions here real quick. You know, it's time to lose ourselves. Really going like this, like teeter-tottering, and it's like a lot of times you just end up right back in the same place. So no, I wouldn't do that. Like later on in the year, maybe that's a time to do that, but not now. Not now. And especially like whoever's getting cross key, they're getting the weaker side of that trade by far. So if you're trading that away, like maybe I'd want that side, but yeah, you know, other than that, yeah, I don't want it. Okay. All right. Hey, Cali Jam in the house. Dabble do. Here we go. And he said, smoke for the night and grade later. Got you, bro. And yeah, let's pack this dab up right now. And oh, I pulled out the jerseys, guys. So I already told you that there's going to be a Snipe City shirt that's getting raffled. It's a 2X. Another Snipe City shirt is going to be raffled. It's a 2X. But then we got 4 people are going to win a jersey, okay? So I got all these are kind of, you know, it's kind of small here to see, but I got an Earl Campbell signed jersey. I got an Andre Rison signed jersey. I got an Ocho Cinco signed jersey. We got a Frank the Tank Gore signed jersey. And a Dante, well, where is it? A Dante Culpepper signed jersey. There we go. Okay, and Cali Jam marking you down. Oh, and here's the other jerseys. Someone's going to win an Andrew Van Ginkel signed jersey. Someone's going to win a Tyreek the Freak signed jersey. And someone is going to win a Bijan Mustard Robinson jersey. And Toyota One said, send me that Frank Gore jersey. Hey, we'll talk on the side, man. We'll talk on the side. Don't worry. Because, yeah, I know that's the one that you really want anyways. Is that on top of the other 3? Yes. So 4, that's what I mean. There's going to be those 3 jerseys that I bought specifically for this raffle. And then these other ones, they're like archived, you know, like just ones that I got that like, you know, didn't get chosen or whatever, you know, because there was some where it was like I had extra ones and people chose, and like these are the ones that are still left over. So yes, it's going to be 4 people that win a jersey. And I know all you Vikings fans, now you got 2 chances to get a Vikings jersey, because that Dante Culpepper is definitely a fire ass one. That is for sure. And Cali Jam. Let me mark you down before I forget. There we go. 10 of those bad boys. Adding on. Dude, and I mean, we got like a week left until the season starts. I know we got like a day or two more, but there is pretty much like a week left. Okay, like it's getting down to the nittiest of the grittiest. And hold on one sec. I gotta send some stuff. All right. Where the hell is it? Here we go. All right. Let's get down to biz. Just made a few bucks getting someone signed up for the streaming service right now. All right. All right. Oh shit, son. Said going to Dab City. Okay. And Zach said, I need that Van Ginkel. Man, I know there's a few people that are going after that Van Ginkel. I know that much. And TJ said, good Minnesota Mike. I'm gonna need some after I win the Van Ginkel. It's fucking hilarious. And Toyota One, we're going to Dab City, baby. I need to get a Dab City shirt. And we could use the, like something like that, kind of throw people off, because we'll know what the Dab City means. But yeah, they might think it's what the kids be doing. And no, the kids, there might be some kids on these dabs, but. And said, I'm feeling the IDP tonight. Oh shit. Let's see what Cali. Oh, wait, hold on. I got to mark down Toyota One real quick for his 2. Hold up. And then I got 2 dabs that we're about to take here. All right, got you marked down, Toyota One. And let's see, where's Cali Jam with the IDP? What spot you got? Oh, in the 12th. Franklin Bob. Shit, bro. You got like 4 of my like top 6 or 7. Like right there. Just chef's kiss. Chef's kiss. Only you can fuck that up from here, man. Like, dude. And dude, Phil, he said the commission, the league I'm drafting right now is a snake. Bro, that shit's fucked up, man. Dude, listen to this, everybody. So Phil's doing a draft right now, and he said it started off. Well, actually, I guess Phil, you can fill in the blanks on this, but I'm pretty sure that he said that it started off as like having all the players organized by ADP, and then he said it fucking changed to where it's just in alphabetical order. And Zach, don't worry, I'm about to do 2 dabs back to back, bro. I'm about to do this first one, and then you tell me when you make it to your destination, and hopefully I've caught my breath by that point, and we'll do another fat one. Let's go. Because yeah, I got one in the tank right now because of Cali Jam throwing down, and then we got another one that is in the queue for Toyota One throwing down. You guys are the shit. Yeah, let's get it. And if you guys are in Minnesota, like 710 Zach is the guy to know if you are a part of the 420 crew. Just let me tell you. Zach, you want to throw in the chat kind of what areas you cover? Because I don't really know where everybody's at. So like but I know we got a bunch of Minnesota folks in here. So if I could connect them, with someone who I know has, the fire. There we go. Hey, Corey, what up, my brother? And he said, you are the man. Thank you for everything. Appreciate you, Corey. Thank you for being around as long as you have, bro. Corey's someone who found me very, very early in my journey here. September of 2020, somewhere along the way in there, he found me. And he's been around ever since. So anytime you see Corey in the chat, just know he's one of the day ones for sure. And there's a lot of random people who were around back then and around during COVID that like are not around today, you know, for whatever reason. So Corey, you are the man. I gotta charge this. Yeah, bro. And you've always kept it real and always been hella loyal, bro. Because we've had a lot of fallouts, you know, who for whatever reason, you know, they like, I don't even know how to say it. Just fuck everybody. Fuck all those people. Whoo, Cali Jam, you are the man. I'm like, whoo. All right. And Crispy, you motherfucker, but there's one problem.
But there's one problem. Everybody still thinks that I absolutely suck.
Okay, yeah, Phil said that's right. In round 5, he changed it, but I bitched and then he changed it back. Good, man. Props to you for standing up. Fuck that guy trying to take advantage of people. Because even if you do just like mock drafts in Sleeper or whatever, everything is based on their ADP. Like nobody fucking ever does it by alphabetical order. You know, like never. There's no fucking reason to, because there's going to be people on that list that aren't even in the NFL right now. Zach said, I'm all around the Twin Cities, south of the river, and we'll go north for the right order. Got flower pens, wax, edibles with delivery service to your front door. There you go. There you go. So if you're in anywhere around there, just shoot me a message. I'll get you connected with Zach. Yeah, but he's the man. And if you got, I follow him on Facebook. I know some of you guys may or may not, but he's always posting like the different strains and shit that he has and the different dabs and like all that shit. So yeah, if I lived in that area, he'd be my go-to because I just go to the dispensaries now, you know, like I don't, especially here in Vegas, like, I don't know, like I've already seen like the plugs like around here and, you know, being at these underground shows and shit. And like the weed that I smoke is just like too good. Like they don't, all the people out here in Vegas, they want like $40 and $50 ounces and they want it to be decent. And like people would come up like, you know, me just fresh out of Cali, you know, and they'd like come up to me and like tell me those kind of things. And I'm like, what? How is that a thing? A $50 ounce and you expect it to be good. I was like, I'm coming from California where like I'm getting some of the best and I'm paying $200 an ounce. And that's like the player price. Cause this is like some of the A+ shit in Cali where shit, if you went to a dispensary, it'd easily be $400 to $500, you know, for that, where you don't get any kind of breaks. You just pay the 8th price all the way up. And, so I just always thought it was crazy, man. Because even that, like, if I know if I was like even a normal person, like I feel like maybe who just like got like a normal person who just got you know, introduced to like my friend or whatever, like he'd be charging them like maybe $260, $275, something like that. So like that was my player discount, like $60 to $75 off. And like it's so crazy that like if you're not from California, like really like, man, because like you're just not getting that A++ grade shit, you know, like even here I'm smoking like A- or B+ grade most of the time. Usually it's around the A- stuff, because man, I mean even this cheap weed that I'm getting, I mean where they get you is the fucking tax, because it's like $100 to $120 an ounce, but there's like hella tax like on top of it. It's ridiculous. Yeah, and Zach said there's a lot of cheap motherfuckers. Yeah, I mean, well, I really, here's what it is. I feel like there's very, very few people like me, like as far as like weed snobbish, you know, because like those are the people when I was the 420 hustler, that was the only type of people I was around, you know, because those were the people that were paying, you know, 50, 60 bucks an eighth, like all day, you know, and like when I was just kind of like starting off, you know, like that was what I did. I just had a mobile delivery service, man. I didn't want to work for anybody, you know, like obviously you're a slave to whoever the, you know, your plug is or whatever until you get better pricing. But yeah, I just wanted to like work for myself, do whatever the fuck I wanted all day and like just make money all day, you know, like that was me. And so I didn't know any of those motherfuckers. Like those type of people were foreign to me. And like, it's just like you guys, like, the single QB people don't really rock, you know, with me, you know, like they'll be in some of my leagues and stuff, but those are usually not the people who are like in the chat in these best ball leagues and, you know, like every single day. So guys like Frazil, you know, salute to you, bro, you know, because even though you mostly play in single QB leagues, you're still here taking it all in, you know, Nick Von B, even though you're playing the single QB league, you're still here taking it all in, man. And like, that's why. Going to be able to dominate those leagues that you guys playing over there. And like I said, here, Minnesota at the dispensaries are around 3 for the zip of trash. Yeah, exactly. I got the fire for way lower. Yeah, exactly. Like here, I mean, like they do have like, let me see, because I mean, I'm going for the $100, $120, you know, ounce stuff, but they do have like the $60 to $80 ounce stuff, and boy, is it trash. Like a lot of times I'm getting stuff that's either like low 30% or like high 20s, mid 20s. I've never even had to dip into anything that was like less than like 20%. Like never even had to like dip into those. Andre, what up? 12 teamer, half PPR, Knicks May. So is this super flex? Do me a favor. Do this, Andre. Rewrite that post, but like tell me who your starters are and who your bench is, because I gauge most of it based on your starters. So that'll just make it easier for me to dissect. So redo that. And Sean said, bring some of that gas to South Carolina. Well, if you do want, like, you know, for the people who are out and you can't get any good weed, like at all, I am connected with a THCA company. And let me throw the info in the chat. And yeah, just go to their link. You should get some kind of discount by using my link. Hold on, where the heck is it? There we go. Where is it? Here we go. Through Galaxy Groves. This is the company that produces the Jerome Baker stuff. And Corey said, I got my draft starting at 7:45. He said, need all my starters to be different bye weeks. Yeah. Okay. Everybody listen to this. I wanted to get everybody's opinions like in the chat, what they kind of think of this format. So Corey plays in a league where I'm pretty sure it's single QB, you know, no issues there. The normal amount of starters. And I think, what is it? 1 or 2 IDPs that you guys play over there, but they only have 3 bench spots. Like, I'm the type of guy that I talk shit about leagues that have 5 bench spots. Like, man, that makes me like so nervous for Corey with these fucking with only having 3 bench spots. But what do you guys think about that? A league where you only had 3 bench spots. Would you be hella nervous because you know you'd have to drop some people? Pretty much what I told him is like, you have to keep track of everybody who is a starter for you. And you don't draft you don't draft any starters that have the same bye week. Because like it's gonna eventually happen anyways. But if like you load up on guys who have like the same bye week, you're fucked. It's totally fucked, because you can only have 3 guys on your bench, you know, to replace. And then you gotta hope that none of those guys have the same bye week, or you gotta drop multiple people, you know, for that. All right, bowl, and then I'm gonna set up And I'm going to set up the dude streaming. And Corey said, thanks again for dropping the rankings on Patreon. Everyone, please become a member. It's worth it for sure. Get over to patreon.com /420crew or go to 420crew. Or no, it's patreon.com /FFHustler420 or go to 420crew.com. But I just dropped all of my offensive rankings. You have to be a paid member to access all the rankings. It's underneath the collections on the home page. Okay, for anybody who's already a paid member, you go to collections. It's at the top of the home page. And no, this isn't you paying collections. It's just called collections. It's where a whole bunch of posts are just stored. And if you look, the very first one is 2025 draft prep. I got my IDP rankings on there. I got 30 IDP linebackers ranked. I got my top 20 IDP DLs ranked. I got my top 22 IDP defensive backs ranked. For most people, you're probably not even going to need to go farther than that. Okay. So, but I threw it all out there. Running backs. I got my top 40 running backs on there. Wide receivers. I got 50 of those bitches on there. Quarterbacks. I got the top 32. And let me double check. And let me just make sure. I'm even going to take, you know, what's funny is if you go, actually, no, you know what? I put Shah at 32. Never mind. But yeah, now I'm taking Shah off of the list, and Spencer Rattler will be below. All right. So you guys want to step up? That is your step up right there. Oh, the tight ends. I even ranked my top 24 tight ends as well. So yeah, we got all the lists. Everybody's taken care of. I tried to go I tried to go deep. You know, 50 wide receivers. I mean, dude, that's a lot. 40 running backs, yeah, that's a lot. I ranked every quarterback, you know, just to make sure. I didn't put a bunch of bench guys on there because this is for redraft. We're not really drafting bench guys like in these leagues unless you have like crazy deep benches. And let's see. Okay, Sean's and Clinton. There we go. Okay, here we go from Andre and Plowboy Walk. And really, hold on, really quick, Andre. I'll be right back to that. I said, hell nervous in a league where you have to pay for ads and drops. Yeah, I hate leagues like that. I really, because first off, it's something that someone is going to have to like be on top of. Like that is like I don't like the I'll pay after the fact. I've never liked that. It brings problems. Always does. But here we go, Andre. So Knicks, Chase Brown, Swift, Harvey, Swift or Harvey. So I'm assuming, you know, you just, okay. CD Lamb, T, Tet in the flex, and Igbuka. Yeah, I'd be nervous about that. Trey McBride, and then the benches, Warren, Braylon Allen, Keenan Allen, yuck. Drake May, nice. Amari Cooper, any moves? Shit, I would drop Keenan Allen and Amari Cooper and just pick up the two best waiver wire guys because I bet they're better than that. It's not even talking shit. I bet there's two people on waivers that are better than Amari Cooper and that are better than Keenan Allen. I can almost guarantee it. I mean, the moves that you got to make is getting a couple better guys on your bench that could potentially go in for your flex, because I know Chris Godwin's not going to be there, you know, right away. And a lot of people are like on this crazy Igbuka train, but like, dude, I mean, we can even go look at a guy like Justin Jefferson. It took him a few weeks, you know, to break out. Like, I know that people could, you know, point to Puka because he's someone who broke out right away, but he also had like nobody in front of him because Kupp got hurt, and Kupp was literally helping him all throughout the offseason. They still have Mike Evans, they still have Otten, they still got Bucky, you know, like so that's why I'd be nervous about having Igbuka as a starter right away. But yeah, who's the top waiver wire guys on running back and wide receiver? Tell me that. Oh shit, you made it. Okay, hold on. All right, here we go, Zach. And fuck, this was a couple minutes ago. I'm catching up with you though. I had to charge this bitch. And Corey said you like Spillane over Van Ginkel now. Well, here's the thing. I've always liked Spillane over Van Ginkel. Like, if Van Ginkel doesn't get those 2 touchdowns last year, you know, I mean, I know that only equates to like an extra 12 points, but like 12 points when you're amongst all those top guys could be the difference in a few ranking spots. So I love Van Ginkel, but if we are just talking about like this tournament where we only play an IDP flex, you do not play like individual positions. Yes, I like Spillane more. Now, would I take a top end DL over Spillane like Van Ginkel if there was a defensive line spot? Yes, I potentially would, because he's not a cheat code there, but like he's like the top dog when we're talking about just a straight DL spot. You know, him and Hutchinson to me are like the 2 top DLs, and then it drops off a tier, you know, before the next guys. Like those are like my A DL guys. So that would be the difference. Like, you know, it's when it comes down to like positional shit, you know. And you think taking your second running back before your second wide receiver in drafts? Yes, I'm usually doing that. Yes, it might not be, you know, back-to-back picks, but I have found myself going back-to-back running backs in some leagues. I really like going running back, wide receiver with my first 2 picks and building off of that. Okay, thanks, TJ. I know he's at work right now. I'm texting him though. In those Debo leagues, in any of the leagues that I'm a participant in, text me if you see someone's on the clock for a while. Ooh. And I'm on the clock in 2:44. Minnesota Mike just texted me. Woo. I'm good. Damn, where the hell is the 244? I got so many leagues in Sleeper. I think I'm like almost up to like damn near 600 leagues. And Plowboy Walker, we do it due to one guy who dumped his entire team and worked with another guy so he could split the pot in the past. Yeah. That shit's whack. That shit is whack. Yeah, man. Fuck guys like that who are trying to, like, you know, sneakily fucking collude, you know, so they can get paid. Corey said, I don't see a Browns running back Krosky Merritt in your rankings. No, I'm not. No, I those guys are outside of my top 40. They really are. And it's because, like, dude, someone's going to draft them way too early. Let somebody else do that. Here's what's going to happen with Krosky Merritt. You guys ready for this? Like, just remember that I said this, okay? Because this happens with a lot of rookie running backs. Because he's not the starter. He's going to be like third string to start. People are going to draft him. They're going to draft him high, 8th, 9th, 10th round, you know, something like that. And then he ain't going to do shit in the first week. He ain't going to do shit in the second week. He ain't going to do shit in the third or fourth week. And people are going to drop him. Guarantee it. This happens. I can guarantee you that this happens. And then if you want to pick him up then on the waiver wire. But it is going to happen unless Austin Eckler and or Chris Rodriguez both get hurt. That's the only way that Krosky is jumping up to being a starter in the first 4 weeks. Like, it's not going to happen organically. He's not that good. He's like a 7th round pick. He's not that good. And I'm not saying that 7th round picks can't be good in the NFL or can't start, but he's got 2 guys in front of him. It's not like Pacheco when he came in as a 7th rounder and there was literally nobody in front of him. Well, of course you can't, Cali Jam. That's not what we're talking about. We're talking about regular redraft right now. And Andre said waiver wire, Davis, Rashad White, Woody Marks, Mims, Tillman. Dude, I would drop Cooper and pick up Tillman. For sure. And dude, I would almost drop Keenan Allen for Rashad White or Kyle Williams. But yeah, I would much rather have those guys. Dude, fucking Keenan Allen's a shell of himself. We saw it last year. Amari fucking Cooper, man. He is definitely a shell of himself. Also wide receivers, Ayo Man, Wilson, Hollywood Brown. Nah, I'd rather have those other guys. Cali Jam, IDP bench, Bernard, Luvu, Lloyd so far. Chef's kiss, man. Cali Jam, are you going to be addicted to getting A's in IDP? Are you going to be addicted to that? I like it, bro. I like it. Round 32. Fuck, how many IDPs do I have? We're almost done in the 244. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Nice. I only need 1 or 2 more. I got a few of them. All right. We'll go there. All right. Okay, we're getting close. And Corey, what's the update? What's the latest update on A-Chain? That he's not in any kind of issue of like missing any time. So I think when he got hurt, there was still like 3 weeks before the season started, and they even said then that like he's not really in any, what they say, in any danger of missing time. But you never fucking know, right? And Brown said, I don't think he'll do anything, but it is definitely going to be a timeshare, like drafting one of the Jags RBs. Yeah, but I know that ETN's going to be getting the lion's share of that. I don't think Tootin's going to be too involved in that timeshare early. Hey, Zaire in the house. He said Thorley is back, baby, and he said for real this time. Let's go. Man, Zaire, we got to get you throwing some bits in over there. That's what we got to get. You know how to do that? I don't even know how to explain how to do it, but yeah, get the bits and then throw them in over there on Twitch. And Crispy said, drop whatever, but drop whoever. But there's one problem.
But there's one problem. Everybody still thinks that I absolutely suck.
And Corey said, everyone, please seek out the hustler for helping in your drafts that will literally treat your team like his own. He's doing it for me tonight. Sign up for a service. Can't find it anywhere. You literally can't find it anywhere. It does not exist. Everyone's trying to, sell you AI tools and, shit like that. It is, it's not the business, man. It really isn't. It really isn't. Cali Jam says the heaviest I've ever went on IDP. I mean, fuck, dude, you almost got full 10 and we're not even in round. You don't even have your 21st pick yet. That's crazy. Like, you are like flirting with having more IDP than offense right now. Like that, you're very close to that. Corey said Scat and Taylor split 50-50. I kind of assume that it's going to be a very close to 50-50 split to start. And like, literally one of the worst. Like them and the Cowboys are, I mean, without thinking at all, like those are my 2 lowest ranked running back rooms. There you go. Running back rooms. Yes, they're very, very low. Very low. And yeah, personally, I'm just avoiding the Giants running backs and the Cowboys running backs in all redrafts. I mean, unless you want to swoop someone as like your last pick or something like that. Outside of that, I wouldn't be targeting Cowboy or Giants running backs, because not only is it like going to be shitty for like, you know, their line, because of their line and stuff, they both have shitty schedules. Yeah, that's why I have those guys ranked so low. Oh, dude, Cali Gem. Alante Taylor is your 9th. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Bro. Dude. That's nasty, man. That's nasty. Should probably just grade your team now. You already have like all your IDB locked down anyways. I'm going to do that because I'm going to try to cut out a little bit earlier than I normally do because of Corey's draft. So we got Burrow and Hurts. I mean, yeah, you don't have any backups. I mean, if you get your backups, it'll be an A, but it's a B plus because you only got 2. ETN, Warren, Eckler, Kroski. B minus, B minus, B minus, C minus. He's not gonna drop it, but he should. 3 guys having a B minus and him being a C minus. I can't drop them to a C plus because of one guy when all 3 of them, you know, are steady at that 81 or at that A minus. So we're gonna keep it. We'll say B minus. And wide receivers: London B plus, AJ Brown B, Tyreek Hill B plus. It's crazy that you got Tyreek Hill at the 512. I know sometimes he's still been dropping to that 512, 6-ish area. Oh wait, 2, 4, 6, 7. Kraft would be your last starter. So Kraft's probably he's probably a C plus, maybe a B minus on a good day, but yeah, I feel like he's gonna be a C plus more often than not. Man, can I give that a B plus though? I mean, I almost feel like I gotta rock with it, and we'll call that. Man, it really isn't. You know, I feel I gotta drop it to a B because we do got AJ Brown as a B, and then you do got a C plus in there, and you only got 4 guys. You know, and like just. If AJ Brown wasn't hurt, he'd be a B minus, and if he a B plus, sorry. But he's got the soft tissue, and like, man, I know that Tyreek has it also, and maybe I should be calling Tyreek a B because of that, but yeah, we're calling it a B total, and here we go with the IDP: Zaire Franklin, Zach Bond, Caden Ellis, Spillane, Hutchinson, Bernard, Luvu, Lloyd, and Alante Taylor. It's gonna end up being an A, as long as if you don't draft a bunch of people, it is gonna be an A. And Rio, what up? Said never played IDP before. How rare is it for a top defensive player to outscore a top offensive player? Sorry if that sounds dumb. No, not a dumb question at all. Because if you've never played IDP, you would have no idea how these players score, right? So I would say that if you are playing with IDP 1, 2, 3 on a regular week, you'll have a handful of players scoring over 20 points. Like, I mean, in crazy weeks, I mean, shit, you might have, maybe 20 people, 24 people, maybe, scoring over 20 points. I don't know how often that happens with like offense, where it's especially in like the normal, like default scoring, that most people do. So I would say it happens a lot that IDP players outscore offense. And it's not hard to like play IDP. I know there's a lot of people who are like real like weenies about like even trying it, in like a low entry, type of league. And like this is an $11 league. A lot of people got into IDP because of this. It's a big tournament, but it's $11 per draft that you do. And we've almost got 300 teams. This is division 287. We're so close to 300. And yeah, once I always played IDP, but there's so many people, like I just got introduced to it. The first league that I played in was 2 quarterback and IDP. Sounds good, Brown. And yeah, so I've been playing this way for about like 20 years, but there's a bunch of people who told me that like once they started playing with IDP, like those are the leagues more often than not that they're trying to play in because it is so fun. You gotta you get to draft a complete team. And when fucking fantasy football was invented, it was invented as a 2 quarterback plus IDP league. Because I'm pretty sure they only had like 8 people in or something, because it was like the Raiders front office that did this. And yeah, it was, you drafted pretty much you drafted every position, because they even pretty sure that they drafted, like they were drafting fullbacks and like shit like that back then too. But yeah, I don't know how they did scoring for the IDP back then, because I'm pretty sure the offense only scored based on touchdowns. So let's see. Where's your bench kick in at? Kicks in at yuck. Keenan Allen's your first bench player? Yuck. You got Guarendo hella late. You got Otten. I'm gonna have to I know you're gonna get more, but like, a lot of the depth isn't gonna be, I mean, a lot of the what's it called? A lot of the difference makers. A lot of the difference makers aren't going to be drafted a lot after the 23rd round. So I'll call it a C+, but it's a C as of right now. So I'm assuming you draft at least one more good player there. But I mean, I would say the difference maker here is nobody. So that's why it would be a C, because like not Allen, not Guarendo, not Otten. Let's see who you draft right now when it's on you. But yeah, you know what? I'm just going to call it a C as of right now. All right. Crispy. You're after Brown. So we got B+, B-, A. No. B+, B-, B, A, C. So it's up 1, up 3. Then down 1, down 2, down 3. And we're not going to give you the down 3. We're going to give you the up 3, down 2. So we're going to call that a C+, and because that's mostly what I'm giving anyways for the bench. As long as you have like a core of like decent like players, but you only have 3 right now. So that's an 86 overall. There we go. Udaman, Cali Jam, and then here we go, Brown. And said, I see, yeah, I can't lie. There's not a worse feeling than losing to a kicker. Yeah, kickers suck. And the scoring system for kickers is whack as fuck. So like that's why like I'd rather play with IDP, where like you get a handful. I mean, depending on how your league sets it up. I mean, I recommend like at minimum I'd be doing like 1 DL, 1 LB, 1 DB, and then like 2 or 3 IDP flexes, because there's more IDP players. Like if we averaged, well, actually, no. If we because the thing that's different about offense and defense, you don't play the offensive line, in fantasy. You just play the skill guys and the QB. Like on defense, like you could play any of those 11 players and they all could, like per team, and all have different, potential for scoring points. So there's just more IDP players. So I guess on average, it'll probably be lower. But yeah, if we did like, I don't know, like the average points for the top 100 IDP and the top 100 offense or something, that'd be something very interesting. I'm actually going to write that down on my whiteboard because that seems like a very good like thing to do. Hold on one quick second while I write this down. Because that would be a good case study for sure. Yes. Okay. Thanks for coming in here, Rio. You already sparked. I think that'll be just very interesting to break down. Okay. And he said, who are your top IDP players? Just curious, like Jamar, Bijan. Yeah. So for me, it's Zaire Franklin, Zach Bond, and Caden Ellis, Falcons, Sherwood, Jets, Jordan Brooks, Dolphins, and Robert Spillane, Patriots. Those are like my top linebackers, and then my top DLs would be Aiden Hutchinson and Van Ginkel, and then my 2 top DBs would be Buda Baker and Brian Branch. Okay. And player projections on the rise in the Hustler League. CMC number 1 with 31 points. Bijan 30.62. Barkley 30.16. Gibbs 28.88. Derrick Henry 26.12 points. And so on. He said, don't go dying on us, fellas. Damn right.
Don't you go dying on me.
Yeah, Callie Jab said, just look at my team. If you saw the team that I was just covering, like his IDPs were fire. It's one that could be one of the best, top 9 IDPs drafted in this tourney. He says, as far as like the scoring for IDP, how's it work? Oh, check this out. This is how it works. Boom. So you get 1 point for a QB hit or assisted tackle. You get 2 points for a solo tackle. You get 2 points for a tackle for loss. You get 3 points for a pass defended. You get 3 points for a safety, forced fumble recovery, or blocked kick. And you get 6 points for a sack, an interception, or a TD. So there we go. And it's IDP 1, 2, 3 scoring is what it is. There we go. And he said it's a lot of top linebackers mainly. Yeah, I mean in this the what's it called? The because you're getting points based off of stats, and like the stat that happens the most, I would say, is going to be tackles. I mean, there's some guys who, they're getting 150 plus, tackles. Some guys getting 100 solo tackles, like that. Very, very rare does 100 solo tackles, happen. But when it does, I mean, it's a dope year. But even someone who gets 75, 80 solo tackles, that's a pretty decent number for like the top end, like linebackers, and like that's a shitload of points, throughout the year. Just that's only that stat line that they're getting, and 2 points per tackle, and then throwing down 75 to 100 somewhere. Divide that by 17, 18 games, still a lot of points. Dude. All right, I got to do it, man. Just took CMC in the Debo League. Okay. There we go. He said losing a defensive player getting 10 tackles would feel a lot better than Brandon Aubrey making a 60-yarder. Exactly, because that defensive player fucking earned it and played like, you know, lights out on the other side of the ball. You know, that's for sure. Okay, here we go with Brown. Stroud, Love, Penix. Any backups? Nope. B minus, B minus, B minus. So we're just going to call that a B minus. Running backs, Gibbs, A-Chain, Pacheco. A, B plus, B. So we're going to call that a B plus total since you only got 3 of them. Wide receiver pass catchers. Nico, B plus, Higgins, B. Waddle, B minus, Diggs, B minus, and Njoku, B minus. So I think we're going to call that a B total. IDP, Edwards, Sherwood, Henley. Nice, nice. Myles Garrett and EJ Speed. A little nervous about EJ Speed. I wonder if they change. Let's see if they changed the depth chart yet. Because early on, he was like a backup. But that's when the depth chart was like, you know, kind of unofficial. And it's just ESPN guessing and shit. Let's see if, like, now that it's updated. Fuck, man. They still have EJ Speed as a backup on the fucking on the depth chart, man. So I'm nervous. I gotta call EJ Speed. Like he's like a C plus like type of player now. Like, I don't know. We got to see week 1, but now that like the depth charts are in and they still got him as a backup, that's just I don't like that. Hey, Snoop the Whoop, what up, bro? Rio said that new Jags kicker, bro, making the 70-yarder. Imagine losing some fluke shit like that. Yeah, bro. And like, man, like it'd be going. Couldn't even imagine what a motherfucker like that, you know, like how much they would actually be getting, like points wise. Okay, so, Brandon Jones, McKinney, Walker. I'll call that a B plus. Where's your bench kicking at? Allen, Braylon Allen, Mooney, Marks, Douglas, Palmer, Bryant, Manning guy. It's a B minus. So B minus, B plus, B, B plus, and then B minus. So down 1 for the QBs, up 1 for the running backs, up 1 for the IDP. So up 2, down 1. So it is up 2, down 1. That is 86. There we go. Here we go with Crispy. All right, and this is going to be the last grade, and I'm going to get up out of here. Make sure you guys stay through the credits, and if you want to show some love, hit that $, throw in a super chat on the way out, because you know this is a 100% fan-funded show, and appreciate you, Cali Jam and Toyota One, for throwing those super chats in earlier. When you throw a super chat in, you get raffle tickets, and we got 4 people are going to be winning a jersey on opening day. 4 people. It's not always going to be like that, but I wanted to make sure that we got a bunch of things, you know, because people been getting raffle tickets for a little bit more than a month now. And Brian said, I like EJ Speed, but isn't that early? It's kind of where he's been going, but, you know, it wasn't until now where he was just like a backup still. Hey, Ghost Monkey in the house. What up, what up? So Crispy, T-Law, Tua, Russ Wilson. Any backups? Nope. B minus, C plus. So because we only start 2 and you got 3 of them, I'm going to call it a B. Then Barkley, Kamara, Walker, Dobbins, A, B, B, B minus. He didn't get a B plus, guys, so it's not going to be an A. It's very close, so I'm going to call it a B plus. And Amon Ra, JSN, Ridley, Pittman, A, B plus, B, B minus. There you go. Got an A for the wide receivers, though. And IDP, Quincy Williams, Vontae David, Quay Walker. You got in the zone with the anal zone.
Get in the zone.
Cody Barton, Rosboom, Leonard Williams, Seiler, and Van Noy. How many you got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Got Leonard Floyd. Oh man, this is close. This is close. I mean, dude, Cali Jam like stole all the top guys, so I don't even think you're not top heavy enough to get an A. So I'm gonna call this a B plus, but very solid B plus. And Coleman, Benson, Kirk, Ferguson, Waller, Gesicki. It's a B minus. So we got a B plus, an A. Then a B plus. That's up 4. And then, yeah, up 4. Dude, Crispy, killing it, man. 89. 89. All right. All right, guys. I'm going to go. I got to, we're doing some one-on-one draft help. Stay through the credits. Hold on. Where is it? Stay through the credits, guys. Shout out to the crew. Pickle in a Jar and Chris Patriot Sports. Salute to our executive producers. Salute to the producers, co-producers. Salute. Associate producers. Salute. And then epic supporters and the awesome supporters. Salute. Everybody in the chat. Appreciate you guys for coming through and rocking. And we got a draft tomorrow. I've already set it up. It's the 288. It's the Lethal Weapon 3. And jump in, everybody. This is the Wednesday draft. See you guys tomorrow. Peace out, everybody.
Defense on me.
I don't want them to gain another yard.
You blitz all night. If they cross the line of scrimmage, I'm going to take every last one of you out. You make sure they remember forever the night they played the Titans.